What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. Today is Monday, which means we're going over this week's best upcoming CNFT mints. And I know I missed the last couple weeks, guys. It was just one of those situations where it didn't really seem like anything too crazy was minting, but we're back, and I'm about to tell you guys some of the projects that I have my eyes on for this week that I think have potential. But of course, guys, do your own research. Just because they're on my list today doesn't mean I'm minting them. But yeah, let's get into it. The first drop on our list today, guys, is an absolute no-brainer. It is the second tree release, or the second species tree release from Cornucopias, and it's dropping on the 25th. It's only 15 ADA, but after fees, it's going to run you around 19 ADA, but it's an absolute no-brainer, guys. The commons for their first tree release that happened in this past week are going for 90 ADA. We have the uncommons going for 120, the rares going for 200, the epics going for 400, and the mythics going for about 1400. So not only are you doing a really great cause because the proceeds are actually going towards planting these trees, but you can expect to make money in both the short term and long term as well. These are going to give you a special Discord role. You're also going to be able to have these trees in your own metaverse dome in Cornucopias in the future, and it's also going to allow you to get special airdrops only for people that have these trees. So yeah, overall a no-brainer drop, guys. Make sure that you're very quick and that you have your accounts already set up. If you're not quick, you're not going to mint. I was lucky and I got 4 from this drop, but I know a lot of people took L's and it sold out within 20 seconds. So make sure your fingers are quick, and hopefully you can get some. The second drop on our list today, guys, is Aikiri, and they were also supposed to release on the 25th, but they just got recently delayed to build up a larger following, which I actually think is a really good idea here. They are going to be releasing 10,000 of these ninja soldier looking guys split between 3 different drops. The first drop is going to have 5,000 of them, and then the remainder 5,000 are going to be released over time with those 2 other drops. These are minting for about 60 ADA, and I actually think they have a ton of potential if they can work on their marketing and get a bigger following. I think these look really good. They kind of remind me of Havoc World a little bit, kind of like an ADA Ninjas or Azuki if you look at, Ethereum NFTs, and I do think this art just really does stand out. They just were kind of releasing too quickly without building a big enough following, so I'm glad they delayed it. As far as the utility goes, guys, they really aren't doing too much. It's really just art focused as well as community focused, and what they're trying to do is create like a manga storyline that people in the community can vote on and kind of create this overall story, and they can basically airdrop those in the future, do different posters, do different banners, very similar to what ADA Ninjas is currently doing. But yeah, I like the project. I think it has potential. It's definitely caught my eye, and if they can get a bigger following, then I'll definitely be buying a couple of these, some holding long term, but I think in the short term these could do pretty well. The next project on our list is BBC, or Beast Boy Club, and they are dropping 6,666 NFTs split between 2 different blockchains. So they're actually launching half of it on Solana and half of it on Cardano. It's going to be 100 ADA on the Cardano side, which is around $50 US, and it's going to be 1 Solana, which is also around $50 US on the Solana side. I've actually never seen a project do this before, so we don't have any history of how well this is going to work. I do know that Solana is a lot bigger of an ecosystem when it comes to their NFTs. So potentially if they do very, very well in Solana, just because there's a lot more volume, potentially that could transition to higher price on the ADA side as well, because people are like, oh my God, there's this huge price disparity between these 2 blockchains. So very interesting. And the fact that they have 6,611 followers is actually very good in my opinion. And that's a really nice ratio when it comes to actually minting this project. As far as what the Beast Boy Club is, essentially, guys, it's kind of like these pixelated beasts that look pretty good. They have a very corny and memeable trailer that they released that has gotten a decent amount of views. And essentially, guys, when you buy these Beast Boys, you're going to be able to join their Discord. You're going to be able to verify that you're in the Discord, and you're going to get a DAO and alpha chat. So potentially, you can make different decisions on what they're buying, buying what they're selling, as well as get some, potential alpha information if they can, get some of that. They're also saying they're going to have their Beast token in staking, and there's also going to be airdrops to holders in the future, as well as collaborations and an NFT mintable drop with the Beast token. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I expect this to do relatively well. It is interesting how they're dropping on two different blockchains. For me, I have my Phantom wallet here, and I'm on Solana a decent amount as well. I hold a decent amount of Solana NFTs, even though I primarily focus on CNFTs. So it is going to be interesting how this turns out. I know on Solana, it's very dominated by scripts. It's very dominated by bots, and it is a very heavy flippers market. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this happens, but this is a project that I genuinely think that you guys should have on your list. The last project on our list today, guys, is the Salty Seagull Society. They are releasing on the 28th if you have whitelist, and the 29th for the public. There's going to be 7,777 of these seagulls, and it's going to cost around 120 ADA each. Salty Seagull Society is a collection of 7,777 of these seagulls that I do think look good. And their whole purpose of this project, the whole utility that they're trying to create here, is that they want to take money from this project, from this sale, from their royalties, and they want to put that into different decentralized businesses. So Airbnb properties, maybe we do different airdrops, whatever business they decide to go on that is voted on the community, they're planning on getting into that and then basically distributing profits to everyone that owns seagulls. However, guys, there are a couple things that I'm worried about, even though I really like the concept of this project, that I need to mention here. I want to start off by saying, guys, that I do really like the project overall. I like the art. I understand the community is building. I like the concept and the different utilities they're trying to do. But here's the two problems I have. Problem number one was that supposedly one of the team members was trying to sell off his project, and supposedly another team member was talking shit about his own project. So those are two things that kind of sketch me out a little bit. I understand that maybe there were different expectations going in and, things happen, but it does worry me as an investor because I'm someone that is looking for a team to invest in more than anything. Like if I can invest the people that are part of the project and trust them and be confident in them and notice their experience and expertise, then that is way more important to me than like 99% of other things. So in this situation, they're trying to have all these decentralized businesses and maybe get into real estate and all these things. But if there's like a lack of confidence in the team to be able to do the NFT project, then I'm a little bit worried when it comes to the actual business side of things, especially since they want a decent amount of ADA with the amount of NFTs they have for this whole entire fiasco. The second problem I have, guys, is that I have been doing a ridiculous amount of time and research talking to lawyers and accountants and learning about the laws of securities and NFTs and cryptocurrency. And this team is in the US, and 100% guarantee, guys, that this is an unregistered security sale. And the fact that they're showing their face and live in the US and are selling this project kind of sketches me out, because this 1,000,000% would be a unregistered security sale according to the SEC, and if this project ever got big enough to catch their attention, then they would get screwed. And I would really hate for this to be a Ripple Labs or XRP situation where all of a sudden, there's this whole entire case and everyone dumps their seagulls, and everyone that was, hoping to get all these profit distributions end up getting screwed because now there's this huge lawsuit and they're probably just going to ditch the project and, settle, and it's going to be this whole thing. So that's my only other worry. That pretty much wraps up this week's upcoming CNFT mints, and just a little bit of information about the project that I'm launching, guys. It's in a slight little delay right now just because I'm trying to figure out the legal side and the accounting side. Doing the right things and setting things up properly and making sure you're following code really freaking sucks, and I hate it, and it's not the type of person I am, but I want to make sure that the infrastructure is set, because what I'm trying to build here with you guys in the community and whoever gets involved with the project is something that is going to be very, very big, and I strive to make it one of the top projects over the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? I have a very long-term vision with it, so we want to make sure that everything is set up properly in the beginning so that we don't run into these situations and problems in the future. And I've been talking with different lawyers trying to figure out what we can can do, what we can't do, what is allowed, what isn't allowed. And once everything is set in stone, then I'm going to be teasing stuff and announcing stuff. And I have all these different videos and all these different utilities that we're going to do lined up. So super excited to share more information about that, but just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update there. There's a little bit of a hiccup right now, just figuring out what we can do, because one of the ideas that I really love to do would classify this as a security. And I don't want this to be like a Salty Seagulls situation or a Ripple Labs situation where this could bite everyone in the ass in the future. So just kind of taking those steps now, even though it's taking a little bit more time. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Hope everyone here has an awesome day and good luck on the mints.